Welcome to another episode of Crime Pays a Botany Doesn't. We're here at Thornscrub Sanctuary at the property that our nonprofit acquired, and it's the first time I've been here in 6 months. I was teaching school and writing a couple books, and so finally here the day after Christmas on a beautiful 80-degree day, we're out here at Thornscrub to finally clear some trails and figure out what little parcel, probably half an acre, we're going to need to clear to put up a research station eventually. But in the meantime, we're going to need to get a fucking well here for wildlife. Get, the long-term plans, get a well for wildlife, get, clear some trails, very thin, narrow trails, because we want to retain the living skin of the earth. And, do a botanical survey, floristic survey, figure out what species we got. Oh, he's about to run the skid steer. And we're going to see what we got here. Survey, put up some flag and tape, figure out, you can see right now I'm just cutting trails with this very handy tool. And let's see what we got. We got roughly, almost 2 or 3 square miles of property here, and a lot of it's intact. But as you can see, we're getting work done with the skid steer. We're gonna clear, this parcel's been cleared before, it's been formerly disturbed. That's why the buffalo grass and KR blue stem is thriving here. Thrives in disturbance. We're going to clear one of the roads and hopefully figure out where the hell we're going to put the building when we get it, whenever we raise enough money. But anyway, thank you to everybody who donated for this. Your money went to a good cause. We're not paying ourselves, obviously. We're not part of the nonprofit industrial complex. All the money goes straight towards land and improving the land, and hopefully one day being able to schedule tours by appointment and invite researchers who want to study soil, etc. So let's check out what the hell we got. Here we go. See, we even brought the old man, but he's got to stay in the car. He's 15 years young, tends to do a little silver alert thing where he wanders off, Don't want to lose him here. He'll be lost in the thorn scrub. You can see Javier's getting ye old skid steer moving, and we're gonna use the brush hog, clear out a lot of this black brush. Black brush is really good at, it's a pioneer species. You can see this little parcel was cleared prior. Fucking buffalo grass, what a drag. Got Thymophila here too. This red sandy loam. But yeah, this was all cleared in guajillo and black brush. Guajillo is that wonderful legume, very important multi-stemmed legume that reaches about, 15 feet tall in habitat. If you were like kill your lawn, plant that back. And then blackbrush is always pleasant too. A very spiny plant, but smells wonderful when it blooms in mass. Literally little yellow inflorescences full of tiny flowers. You could smell it from 30 feet away. It's such an important plant, and a nurse plant for many of the cool cacti that grow in this habitat, including peyote, Mammillaria spherica, pencil cactus, Echinocereus poselgri. We also got Leucophyllum here, Leucophyllum frutescens. You see a couple hybrid bastard cultivars of that, common in cultivation. Karwinskii, which is Rhamnaceae. It's a very toxic Rhamnaceae, but the berries are important for the birds. Here's a Thymophila. Yeah, you can see this was all cleared prior. The rest of the property, the other 2.5 square miles of it, are intact, but this part was cleared. So this is what we're going to be clearing, because it's hard for me to even think about destroying any of it. But we'll be clearing this because it's already been disturbed, and it's relatively common species, nothing rare, that are the first to recolonize disturbed land down here, along with the buffalo grass, the terribly invasive buffalo grass. Look at that! It's just a giant mower. How you doing? You're like a natural in this. Anyway, so right now, before Javier comes in and clears all this, we're just going to be coming through, seeing if there's anything that's rare or can be moved, especially any rare cacti or other stuff. Make sure there's no tortoises, tortoise burrows, anything like that. It's mostly just blackbrush, and no offense to the blackbrush, it's very important. Oh, wonderful rock. That's a Taker Homer. No offense to the blackbrush, but, it's a dime a dozen. And they come back pretty easily, and we got to clear a little bit of space. There's not even a fucking place to park right now. Just barely. Looks good, don't see anything. Yeah, it's nice to see. Disturbed land. Oh, that brush pile, we might want to avoid that. There's probably some cool stuff in there, maybe some cool snakes. But the first species to recolonize disturbed land, Guajillo, Carwinskia, which is bird dispersed, blackbrush, and Leucophyllum. This is just a great development opportunity. We're going to put a CVS here and a Ross Dress for Less, maybe some housing. Okay, most of it luxury, but a little bit, we'll market a little bit as affordable. So weird to find myself on the other side of a bulldozer. But, shit just tears it up. That blackbrush is all going to come back. We're going to need to come in and regrade it, probably. But for now, this is good. I told him to avoid the pile of sticks, because it's probably a little wood rat nest. There might even be some cool diamondbacks in there. Or an indigo. God, I'd feel terrible if we killed an indigo. We're definitely going to need to collect that seed before it gets hacked. See all the buffle? That's kind of a drag. It doesn't invade deep in the brush though, because there's not enough sunlight. Oh, what's this? Some sort of chipping tool. How about that? There's probably a million of them out here. The buffle can't grow on this hard caliche stuff too. It forms an almost impenetrable crust. You can see we got a Poselgeri right here. Beautiful. You see how they hide. You got to be really careful before you're cutting it. Look at all this fucking buffle that. Poselgeri is a cactus that forms a big tuber underground. So even if it does get cut, it'll come back. But we don't want to destroy it. Obviously, look at that. God, this fucking buffle. And they're still sowing it. Ecological disaster. Evolved with megafauna in Kenya and eastern South Africa. But it's ruining ecosystems all over the world. And that looks like pig activity, which means we're going to have to come here and shoot them. It's the only way to deal with them. Another bad invasive species. Yeah, tons of Poselgeri here. I remember being here before I was cutting through all of it, and there was just tons of Poselgeri. Tons of those pencil cactus seedlings everywhere. 82 degrees right now, the day after Christmas. You can imagine how how stressful it can be to hike through this stuff when it's 105. See, we got a Cainocereus eniacanthus right there. And more pencil cactus. You can see how easy it is to just accidentally break off. So I'll probably put some flagging tape and maybe a little barrier up there and then cut the trail around. Well, we seem to have had an issue with the hydraulic hose. So we can't lift the brush hog anymore. The hose just popped off. It's a rental, luckily. Oh, this was aloe with sagula, not a butyl. No, actually, that might be a butylon fruticosum. No, that's hibiscus. Got hibiscus martianus. Slowly cutting a little bit. Oh, look, it's gymnosperma glutinosum. It's very light canopy here. You know, just give it a haircut, it'll look great. So you can walk through it. So the goal here, we don't want to cut everything. We just want to thin it so that the stuff that's left can get bigger. There'll be more moisture availability for the stuff that's left. And then we'll create a nice little elfin forest with a, 6 foot, 7 foot tall canopy. All this stuff is way too thick right now. Oh, look at that. You got Isenhardia. That smells amazing. Amorphiid, same tribe as lead plant. God, it's so hard for me to cut the blackbrush. Look how beautiful that looks. Draped in the lichen. That fog keeps that lichen alive, but you gotta thin it out. It's nice. We got a Cordia rancinata mutisioid composite. Beautiful flowers. They call it desert peony. Stupid common name because it's not related to peonies at all. What is this little shelf mushroom? We'll soon find out. We're gonna create a species list of all the organisms found on this property. Do I get a second feature? Yeah, see this? Look, we got Jose Luis's. Let me pass me one of them. The pigs do this. It's gonna be the first thing. The kill on site order. Yeah, they dug up Mammillaria spherica, which this is the one species I've never grown from seed. Never gotten fruit. The one native species. So we'll probably take this home, root it, and then once, grow it a little bit, and then that'll be on our list of species to put back once we get the pig situation under control. The blackbrush is a really good little protective cage for a lot of these cacti if they're able to grow inside of it, if you get enough stems from the same plant like over there. But otherwise it's just a free-for-all with the pigs. Look at that, you can see they're digging over there. God, Jesus.
Well, see, it was Dolichocephaly.
What's that? Oh, there's more, yeah, anything that's been uprooted, just take out. Yeah, the pigs have just done a number. We're going to have to put a blind somewhere. And these, Ken tells me you can actually just root, you can graft the individual tubercles of Mammillaria. And cactus grafting is really easy because they've got those cortical bundles in the cortex, so you don't have to be right on the spot, There's a bunch of mini tubes. Cortical bundles, look that up. It's really unique to cacti. Maybe a couple other lineages of succulents, but it's just extra plumbing basically. But it makes grafting cactus really easy. This is why we don't want pigs. Imagine how much diversity there was before the pigs got here. Imagine how much diversity even 100 years ago. See, those are safe. Those mams are safe, but all the others get dug up. See, look, there you go. Another one, just a little hidden in the cage. Look, the pigs were really going nuts here. Yeah, we need a pig trap. We need pig traps, pig hunters. Just really go to town on them. Put the fear back in them, God, what the hell were they getting there? Beetle grubs or something, or what? See, this is kind of like the ideal. This is the climax community we're looking for. See, when it's just like, it's a black brush canopy, but it's walkable. It's not too dense. Just a perfect little shade screen. You can see where Louie's hanging out. And that rich duff, I really want to kill every single pig that I see here, though, because they're just fucking tearing it up. God. Look how nice that is. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. Icon of the Thornscrub. Black brush covered in tons of lichen. See, that's too thick. You could remove out one of those, leave the other one. The more you thin it, the more moisture and nutrients there are for the other. Well, black brush creates its own nutrients. It's got nitrogen fixing bacteria in the roots, but the more moisture availability there is. See, and then you reach these areas where the leucophyllum, the Cenizo, dominates, which is a very, very hardy plant when it comes to drought. It's got those leaves covered in tiny hairs, and that's what enables it to just take a beating by the full sun. And this is what's really wonderful to think about is this is the tip of the iceberg as far as the property goes. It goes much further south and the plant community changes. It's not as thick, the soil is thinner, it's rockier, there's more caliche, and that's where you get a lot of the cool cacti, including the peyote. And the pigs are just, man, look at that, God. I was wondering maybe if we had some of the cool native cats here, ocelots, jaguarundis, the rare native cats, but if there's this many pigs, maybe not. Anyway, after the tube popped, after the hydraulic thing busted, and we're no longer able to lift the brush hog, we're just gonna go fuck around now and see what's going on. Lots of Zinnia austrotexana. That's this thing again. It's the dry season. That's a great plant. It's another plant I can't believe is not more common in cultivation. You can actually drive out here. It's a little brushy driving out here, but look at this caliche. Look at this hard caliche. Good stuff. In the landmark Gauchnadia, aka Nahuatlia. Look at these gravels. Lots of them. Lots of these gravels been rounded. There was a little peyote here I remember seeing 8 months ago, but I can't, I've since lost it. It blends in with the, what is this? Is this petrified wood? No. Peyote blends in too well with the gravels. Jose Luis found it. Where was it? I can't see it now. Oh yeah, look, there you go, a little guy. Beautiful epicuticular wax on him. Nahualia, this is such a great plant. No one's cracked the code on germinating seed yet. You know, if we got Liatris punctata here, I'm gonna shit. I love this. Even though it's dry and looks dead as hell, I know what all this stuff is. It's fucking great to see. That's a guayacum. This caliche, this might even be mixed with a little bit of that volcanic from the Catahoula Formation. But this caliche is really hard for a lot of things to grow on. Yeah, look at that. Look, the pigs they're digging and then chewing on the roots of the guajillo. I wonder if this white material is not actually caliche. I wonder if it's actually volcanic tuff. There's areas where it looks very powdery. And Cistro cactus, that's a nice one. That's a beautiful species. Those fish hooks. Little pygmy guayacum, little dwarfed guayacum. Yeah, here we go. This is the good stuff. These caliche barrens. That black, of course, is the cyanobacteria. There's a lot of nice stuff. There's a lot of nice stuff. Looks like more lithic materials. Signs of pigs. Oh, there's a couple little peyotes. Seem to be healthy enough. There's lots of signs of pig activity too. I think just even having a human presence here would help get rid of some of the pigs. Yeah, there's a bunch. That's good. Yeah, the pigs they're really a problem here though. Oh look, there's a little one nestled in like a little cage inside the blackbrush. Or the guajillo, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, look at those. Ooh. Really loving this caliche. There's that Sora lichen. I love that stuff. Look at that. The peyote looks rough. Something tried biting it. And the rot set in a little bit. Something else burrowed under. A little mouse or something. God, look at that though. That's all pig. Look at this. Here's a peyote that was ripped out by a pig. Just laying right here. Oh, that's so sad. We'll put them back. You could see, yeah, they've been. How the hell they're eating peyote roots? What the shit? Ugh. There's some nice ones. Yeah, the pigs are really fucking up. And they must be. Their populations just grow until there's too many of them, and then they end up starving themselves out and doing shit like this. Oh, Hamadocactus setaspinus. The little peyote next to it too. Oh, this nostoc cyanobacteria. Yeah, there's a bunch of. Oh, here's a nice. Look at that. God, this caliche is just such a beautiful tapestry, an interwoven tapestry. The lichen, the zinnia. Oh, there's a bunch of good stuff here. God, it's always a privilege. There we go, Schaefferia cuneifolia. Celis straci, very distinct leaf shape. And there's a little peyote beneath it, covered in mud. Look at this whole living crust too. The peyotes are really loving these mounds with the living crusts on them. You see this? This looks like ash. This looks like a Catahoula Formation ash. 27 million year old tuff. Look at this though. Just these little tiny gully. Just a very subtle terrain to this landscape. The water has carved these beautiful little mounds. Nice mammillaria hydrae right there. The pigs haven't fucked this up yet. That's nice. Yucca trichuliana. Like little yotes there too. They're everywhere. They're so happy here on a caliche. Condalia spatulata over here. These tiny leaves. Look at that. Buckthorn family. Very diverse in South Texas. Yeah, take me back to the Eocene, more petrified wood. It's been rounded a little bit. Permineralized, then rounded. You see, now it gets a little denser, and there's still just, look at that. This duff is really rich. All this stuff is fucking Ephedra anticephalitica. This is some really rich habitat. God, I'm so interested in this soil. It's a little moss. Oh, it's a bryophyte. Big fat yote right there. Oh, it looks so good. Just gotta get on your feet a little bit coming down here. Larger yotes and larger pencil cactus and genuine thorn brush. Actually, it's more like a thorn forest. God, though, it's dry. Oh, Texas. Texas is being punished. What's it being punished for? I can think of a few things. Oh, God. You know, you don't live in accordance with you don't live congruently with nature. You're gonna get punished. But anyway, yeah. See, these mesquites are barely alive. Yeah, kind of serious pentalophus right there, hanging in. Eniacanthus. Remember, there's some massive. We were hearing like Eniacanthus was blooming in March or April. Large clumps of it. Oh, this is such a nice place to be, especially in winter. Summer, maybe it's a little different. It gets a little dangerous. Yeah, see, you could tell animals have been here because the crust, see, there's intact crust, and then over here it's all busted up. Probably pigs. Deer maybe as well, but probably a lot of pigs. God, the fucking pigs. Ugh. Fucking invasives. Why would you release pigs onto a landscape? Fucking morons. Woo, what's this? Oh, this is at Ephedra. Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Okay. I was just about to say, there's not, where'd all the peyote go? But there's a ton here. Yeah, I think, one of the plans we were talking about, because there's peyote all over here, and there's a little Echinocerius eniacanthus over there, and just to do a study, like, cordon off a 40-foot by 40-foot area with hog panel and T-post, just so we have something to compare, something that hasn't been messed with by pigs, to compare it to something to the rest of the land. Yeah, there's pig shit right there, either pig or deer. The deer can be rough too, but not as bad as the pigs. Yeah, see, there's loafs everywhere. We really want other researchers to come out here too. See, I think that's just the result of too much shade, and it looks like it's been attacked by insects a little bit. Look at that duff, though. Again, the microorganisms out here are so understudied as well. See, so right here, there's probably 40 peyotes. So this would be a good section to fence off. And then also we need to put a pig trap. Like a nice corral trap, Then, I don't normally even buy them. I don't normally eat bacon, but, we'd get a shit ton of bacon made. Guaiacum. I mean, it's so dry right now, but it's still just such lush habitat. It's so fucking beautiful, so peaceful. You can hear the wind in the branches. There's an Echinocerius. We got Echinocerius tassajio, blackbrush, a lot of blackbrush, Sideroxylon up there. The coma, that's an edible. That's a nice one. Again, all these gravels and that crust. I really want to find out what species of bacteria is that black stuff in the crust, and also do a before and after when it's wet versus now. Now, see, grandiose clumps of Echinocerius eniacanthus. Ooh, looks like coyote shit. That's nice. Need some mountain lions. Oh, look, it's a little pencil cactus, too. Yeah, it'd be nice to be here when those things are... It's like a roadrunner was eating. It'd be nice to be here when a pencil cactus is blooming. Yeah, look at this. This crust is all busted up. This is all just pig central. should be black, but it's all you can see how it's just been chewed up. Should look like that. See, it's been chewed up by all the little hooves. Nice hackberry, nice Celtis here, and a rich community of microorganisms, lichens, cyanobacteria on the ground, along with a lot of peyote. Got cobrilinia right here as well. God, look at that! Just all those colors. Nice orange, a little bit of black, and that beautiful blue from the epicuticular wax. Rich. Que rico. Just need some fucking water though. Yeah, see, this is all pigs too. It's fucking rife with pigs. Look, Ancestral-cactus flowering. Ancestral-cactus shira. Actually, they're closing up for the day, but they were open earlier. Tons of yotes everywhere. Rich duff of mesquite. You got your rhabdotus snail shells. Nice clump of Echinocereus pentalophus. Just grew a bunch of those from seed. Hiding out beneath an ephedra. Or hamadocactus, Setaspinus. Looks like Ancestral-cactus, but it's got ribs instead of tubercles. Tubercles are just like little mounds, little nipples. But they both have hooked spines. There's a hamadocactus too. Oh, I gotta drink some water. I'm fucking toast. Probably come back out here tomorrow, see if we can get that get the tubes on the skid steer fixed. The hydraulics. You know, how you gonna rent somebody a skid steer and then the tubes pop off after a half an hour of use? Whole hydraulic system is fucked. Leaked hydraulic fluid everywhere. I'm sure that's good for the land. Anyway, have a good rest of your day. Go fuck yourself. Bye.